Everyone, and thanks for joining us. The Saratoga Springs community reacting tonight after an ICE operation from this morning was caught on video in the heart of downtown. Officials are calling this execution of an administrative warrant, and the residents had mixed reactions throughout the day, and tonight some voicing their thoughts at the city's council meeting. CBS 6's Tom Eschen is live in Saratoga for us tonight. He spoke with the mayor today. He also heard from residents tonight, and let's check in with them and find out what they're saying. Tom?
Good evening, Liz. Good evening, everybody. Now, some were a little surprised here tonight as the officials and others expected a really big turnout to talk about this issue. Weren't really that many during the public comment period that addressed it at that, though the majority of the people that we spoke with, both out here today and that we heard from inside, said the words due process when it came to all this on both sides of the equation. Even the mayor mentioned those words to me earlier. We'll hear from him in just a moment. Where I'm standing is just about where that happened, where you just saw a portion of that video. At 7:30 in the morning on a Tuesday, the road is pretty busy, getting closer to rush hour. Businesses, people going to breakfast, things of that nature. Let's show you that video that we received anonymously this morning here today. Someone at the meeting here tonight said that it was an alarming picture and frustrated at the business as usual nature they described it, which they didn't think was appropriate in that situation. Another brought up Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who was deported to El Salvador. You might have heard his story. The courts in the United States saying that the United States needs to facilitate his return to this country. Now, people using that to reference if this individual was picked up here, was it done lawfully?
You know, if SSPD is going to be doing more of this cooperation, especially in a city that relies so much on immigrant populations for labor, labor that's really important to the lifeblood of our community, it needs to be transparent what's happening.
Who is that person? Who's their family? Who's waiting for them? Do any of you know? Do we know who's relying? Who's their dependent? We can't even answer these questions right now. I highly recommend that this council make the effort to formalize procedures to work with, but also constrain the powers of another authority that could potentially be picking our residents off the street, as they did this morning.
What's your message to residents in Saratoga just about what happened today?
Yes, and my message is, first of all, there are a million rumors out there. We do not have any specific information. Our police were informed that something was going to happen so that we didn't have any conflicts. But I can tell everybody that due process will occur. These people will, in the United States of America, there is a process that they will go through and be treated fairly, and that's what's important.
The mayor tells me that he hasn't been told who was detained or why. Meanwhile, Congressman Paul Tonko, the Democrat, this is part of his district, did release a statement here tonight echoing that message of due process and saying the community here needs to be assured and know that due process is being followed in that case. Now, the Public Safety Commissioner, Tim Cole, did speak during tonight's meeting, but he also spoke with Liz Bishop at length at this, so we'll get to that here in just a moment. Coming up at 10:30, there was another issue on the table here that they spoke about at this meeting tonight, and that's bar closing times, a vote that was voted down at the county level. I have a reaction to that coming up a little bit later here in the program. For now, reporting live here from Saratoga Springs, Tom Eschen, CBS 6 News. Back to you, Liz.
All right, Tom, thanks for that. And as Tom just mentioned, Saratoga's Public Safety Commissioner did tell me today that this is the first time he's aware of an ICE detention taking place in this spa city. Tim Cole says that there have been other instances where ICE has come to Saratoga, but that no one was ever taken by ICE. According to the commissioner, the administrative warrant was executed this morning by ICE's enforcement removal operations.
They did notify the Saratoga Springs Police Department that they were in the city, which we have asked them to do for deconfliction purposes. Specifically, we want to deconflict with them for officer safety reasons. We don't want to be doing enforcement activity at the same location that they are. But I just want to be clear, Saratoga Springs Police Department, we do not enforce federal immigration law, and we do not have access to any databases that would provide us with someone's immigration status.
Cole says that the city was contacted by ICE about an hour before the enforcement removal operation went down. He said he was not able to be more specific about the nature of the warrant because that would set up a potential obstruction of justice, which would prevent any future cooperation with ICE.